I'm your host, Nadia Jackson, and welcome to Global History Trivia, where we'll be covering the air mountain Kyoko and Comfort. Here's the overview. In the late 16th century, many as 100,000 noses and ears were sliced off Koreans by Japanese samurai as trophies during a brutal 7-year war. The body parts were buried in a mound in Kyoko. This is the mound. This is the mound, and this is a map of the Japanese Empire in 1942.
Thank you for having me at this interview. I don't know what the interview is about, I'll be honest. And yeah, glad to be here. Definitely didn't just come back from workouts, you know, sports and everything. But I guess academics is important, and yeah, history.
Hi, my name is Zora James, and yeah, I think I'm ready. I've been preparing for this one trivia show basically my entire life. I just love history so much, and I can't wait to completely ace this.
I'm Marcus Jeter. I'm not really sure why I'm here today, but you know, I heard of some trivia show. But looking at the competition, I think I'm gonna win for sure. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm just here to have fun. Hope you guys learn something, and you know, keep it cool.
Our first question that we have today are, what countries were involved in the invasion of Korea by the late 16th century?
Dora? North Korea, South Korea, and Japan.
That is correct. Our next question is, what years marked the beginning and end of Japanese invasion into Korea?
1592 through 1598.
That's correct. And our last question is, what group of people had their ears and noses cut off by the samurai? Marcus?
The Koreans.
Our next topic is comfort women. Our first question is, where were the comfort women originally from before they were kidnapped? Chase?
Korea.
That's correct. Our next question is, what is one way Japanese soldiers were able to get women to the comfort stations? Jordan?
They were kidnapped.
Our next question is, what year were comfort stations officially shut down and by whom?
In 1946 by Douglas MacArthur.
Correct. What events marks the expansion of comfort stations? Chase?
The rape of Nanking.
That's also correct. Why did historians have to estimate the number of women taken and killed by the comfort stations? Marcus?
Japanese officials burned all records of conversations after World War II.
What were the 3 major causes of death for women who survived the comfort stations? Jordan?
Injuries from treatment, STDs, and suicide.
That's correct. Next topic we have are causes. Our first question is, when was Korea annexed by the Empire of Japan, and what does that mean for Korea and Japan?
Dora? In 1910, and Korea will be a part of Japan's empire until 1945.
That's correct. Refusing to speak Japanese and changing their names to Japanese names and secretly teaching Korean culture are all signs of what? Jordan?
There were signs of Koreans protesting against the Japanese occupation.
That's correct. What structure was partly torn down and the remains was used for Japanese tourists? Marcus?
The Royal Palace, Gyeongbokgung, which represents symbols of Korea's
did the Japanese occupation affect Korea's education system?
Zora.
Schools and universities were forbidden from speaking Korean and teaching Korean culture. Not only that, but over 200,000 historical Korean documents were burned.
That's correct.
Who was the party of 3000?
Jordan.
An underground group of students meant to undermine the Japanese military after being forced to fight in the war.
That is correct.
Our next topic is the effect and what happened after. Our first question is, in 1945, Korea was liberated from Japanese rule and divided into two zones of occupation, North and South. Who controlled the North and who controlled the South?
The Soviet Union controlled the North, while the South was controlled by the United States.
What was the cause of the Korean War, which took place from 1950 to 1953?
Jordan.
The division of Korea.
That's correct.
In an effort to forcibly reunite the country, which country invaded South Korea and sparked the Korean War?
Marcus.
North Korea.
That's correct.
What has been the nature of the relationship between Japan and South Korea since the end of the Korean War?
Chase.
A mix between cooperation and tension.
That's correct.
Japan has expressed regret for its actions during the colonization of Korea and has paid some victims compensation. What was the reason why tensions are still existed between Japan and South Korea?
Continuous disagreements over matters like territorial claims and historical interpretations.
That's correct.
Japan and South Korea have an ongoing disagreements over matters like territorial claims, historical interpretations, and historical interpretations. What was one example of such a disagreement?
Zora.
Comfort women.
That's correct.
Our next topic is how and what happened. Our first question is, this is where the first battle of the Ancient Wars.
Chase.
Busan.
That's correct.
Our next question is, these three Daimyo led the Japanese forces during the Ancient War.
Marcus.
Yukinagi, Kiyomasa, and Nagamasa.
That's correct.
This was the location of the Japanese military's headquarters.
Chase.
Nagoya.
Yes. And
These heavily armored ships used by the Korean Navy gave Japan a difficult time attacking.
Jordan.
The turtle ships.
That's correct.
And our last question for today is, did Daimyo forge a letter in Hideyoshi's name to arrange a peace deal with China?
Zora.
Kinoshi Yukinaga.
That's correct.
That's all, folks. Thank you for joining today's trivia challenge. I noticed that you guys got all of the answers right. Are y'all cheating?
Professor, we would literally never cheat, ever.
Why would you think that?
Especially in your class.
I mean, I've been studying for this my whole life. Why would I cheat?
You know, handbook says academic honesty, right guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, academic honesty.
How do we learn if we cheat?
Exactly.